everyone, it is Julie, the Penny Saving Mama. We are about to do a different take on the everyone's favorite chicken Alfredo. Budget friendly and a little bit healthier. So, if I seem a little frantic, I am. Which you guys know I'm frantic most of the times, right? We have a lot going on. We are working on cooking. We're also working on laundry. If you look at my floor, this is called real life. We're working on laundry. I have banana bread on the table. We have stuff for Christmas gifts. We have stuff for baking. We have all kinds of stuff going on. So, let's get this party started, and so my kids can eat lunch. How about that? Okay, so you guys know with chicken Alfredo, a lot of times you have your Alfredo sauce and you have your pasta, right? If you want to do your Alfredo with pasta, that's fine. My tip is, if you add some sour cream to the mix, it will make your Alfredo sauce a little creamier, and it'll cut the cost. Instead of buying 2 jars of Alfredo, sour cream is typically cheaper than the Alfredo, so you are saving some pennies. If you want to add broccoli, you can. If you don't have to. And then you can use fresh chicken that you cook and shred. You can use canned chicken. We will today be using some chicken that I canned last year. It's not pretty, but it tastes fabulous. So, we are not doing the pasta today. Instead, we are going to use spaghetti squash as a replacement. Now, spaghetti squash does cost more than pasta, but when you can find it on sale, it is not bad at all. So if you want to increase the nutritional value, if you want to serve this with some bread or something like that and want to reduce the carbs, you can use the spaghetti squash. I'm going to put this up real quick. We are also going to boost the nutritional value with broccoli. So all I'm doing right now, I've already washed the broccoli. It's good to go. I'm just cutting off some of the stems. If you guys remember last week, I got all that broccoli for 29 cents a bag. You do not have to use fresh broccoli. You can use a head of broccoli and chop it up. You can use bagged broccoli. I typically wouldn't buy it if it wasn't, only for the fact it was 29 cents, right? So we're just going to cook this up, cut this up, and then cook it up. If you want to use frozen broccoli in the bag, it's absolutely fine. You can cook it in the bag. Can you guys turn it down just a hair, please? We have wash machines going. We have dishwashers going. It's a Saturday when we are home, so we are trying to get laundry done, bedding washed, clothes washed. I was going to run some errands. Haven't made it out of the house yet. But that's okay, because I'm thankful for the time that we've had, and I am thankful for the things I have been able to get done. It's a good day. We are very blessed. We have people working. I don't know if you guys remember me saying we are in the process of building a house. We've been in the process for years. Years. I will do another video kind of about that at another time. Okay, so if you want to use frozen broccoli, you are more than welcome. If you want to go ahead and steam it in the microwave or in your pot, whatever, you can. Get these little bits. Just going to keep those right there. I don't like big chunks of broccoli in my casseroles, in my Alfredo. So I'm not cutting it up completely itty bitty, but just, I don't want a big mouthful of just broccoli. Okay, so I'm going to get my broccoli and put it in a pot. You you can use a steamer. We have a steamer on our rice cooker, but this is easier than getting out an entire rice cooker and doing that, and less to clean. Alright. Just rinsing this off, getting it out of the way. Makes it easier if you wash as you go. Alright. Get these ends in bits. Put them in the compost. Can one of my wonderful children please come get this compost and take it out? Come on, please. Either one of you. I just need it done quickly, please. I forgot to get out a pan. That might help, huh? What do you say? He did say, excuse me, guys.
Oh,
you heard the bird? Yes, I'm doing the video. Did you forget that quick? Doing a video and I forgot to get out the pan. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without knocking everything over. Okay. Here's my pan. So when you are doing spaghetti squash, different recipes will give you different amounts of times. Let me just squat down. Different recipes will give you different amounts of times for cook time. I usually do it for 350 for about an hour. A lot of recipes will tell you 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I like the hour because it makes it a little less crunchy, if that makes sense. This time, as you can tell with my kitchen, if you saw the other intro, there's a lot going on, and they were in the oven for too long. I was trying to let my daughter empty the dishwasher and reload it and restart it, and they were actually in there for an hour and a half. Because of that, they have cooked down even more. So usually when you pull out the spaghetti squash, it strands like spaghetti. That's why it's called spaghetti squash. In this case, it doesn't, because it cooked down too much. Also, recipes will tell you when you're doing the spaghetti squash to, here, I'll put this over here. Might be a little easier to see. To put oil or butter or something on the spaghetti squash, you cut it, pull all the seeds out, and they'll tell you to put butter or oil on there, and then you face it down and you cook it. I did that, but I did not use oil or butter. We just used water. So cut it, cored it out, got all the seeds and all the junk out from the inside, and then we just put some water in the bottom of the pan and let it cook. So all you do is you scrape the pieces out. These are actually a little bit more piece looking. Maybe I just need to let it cool down a little bit. Let me swap these back so you can see a little better what I'm doing. So you're just gonna scrape it, scrape all the sides clean. This is a smaller spaghetti squash. I usually buy a bigger one for this meal. You will see why in a little while, why I didn't. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot to start the broccoli. How silly of me. So I'm going to start, because this has to cook while I'm doing the other. I'm going to pour some water in. We're going to kind of steam it. I put it on about medium heat. Put it about 6, 7-ish. I may go up a little bit just because I forgot to start it already. 6, 7. I heard it. And if there is extra water, it's fine because we can drain it at the end. No big deal. So, okay, where were we? Spaghetti squash. So we are just going to get every little bit off of the skin that we can. This is a very easy meal. It's pretty healthy. It's a splurge meal kind of for me because of the Alfredo sauce. See, you want to get as much out of there as you can. And then I'll just put the skin in the compost, put in the trash, whatever. Can you leave the door open, please? I'm going to do the next one. And hopefully, because I forgot to start the broccoli, hopefully it will be done soon. So you can see how it's kind of stringy when you pull it out. That's why it's called spaghetti squash. Now, we do have some pasta in our fridge, so if somebody wants to add pasta to theirs to get the real Alfredo feeling, they are welcome to do that. My husband actually made some the other night, so we have some extra pasta in the fridge. Also, if you notice, I can handle this. It's because it's after it cooked, I let it sit out for probably 15, 20 minutes or so. If you don't have time to wait to let it cool down, it may not come out in strands, but also you can just get like a pot holder and hold on to it to get it all cleaned while you're cleaning out. And also, like I said, the spaghetti squash typically costs more than your regular pasta. This is more if you're just trying to bump up your nutritional value. If you want something a little bit different. Oh, no, compost, sorry. If you want something a little bit different, we'll add more nutritional value to it. I can't believe I forgot to start that. Okay, well, usually I put in the broccoli next, but since the broccoli is still cooking, also, if you like your broccoli more crunchy, if you like some crunch, you don't have to steam it at all. Basically, you do this whatever fits you and your family the best. So if you use frozen broccoli, fresh broccoli, no broccoli, raw broccoli, and just chop it up to get more of the crunch, you can. So I just layer it just like you normally would. Just throw it all in there. It's all going to get mixed up anyway. So I have a half a quart of this chicken that I canned last year. If you are using regular cans, again, it depends on what you want and what your family would use like the most. For our family, we would use like one of the big Costco cans. That might be enough. If I'm trying to beef up the protein, I would do 2. If you're using the smaller cans, I would start with 2. And if you want to add more, 3 or 4, you can. If you only have 1, then just like I've said in other recipes, if you want to add more flavor and you don't have as much meat, it has the juice in there. It has like a little broth. This was full of broth when I drained it, but it was full of broth when I first opened it. But even like the tin cans has the juice in it that has more flavor. So even if you're trying to make it stretch and you don't have a lot of extra money to go buy more chicken, then just use the juice that's in there. It'll be fine. It'll add some extra flavor. If you want to use fresh chicken or frozen chicken and cut it up, cook it and cut it up, that's fine too. Whatever you want. We just have so much going on today. I did not have time to thaw out chicken to do this. And I'm sure there are better ways to get it out, but I'm just shredding it around anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's pretty. So this is a lot of chicken that I am putting in. I probably typically wouldn't put this much. But we are going to use it and we will enjoy it. It'll help bulk it up and add to the protein a little bit. And you know, you can put mushrooms, you can put squash in here, you can put zucchini, you can put whatever you want. Make it your own. I'm going to put this in the sink and wash my hands real quick. Apologize for the noise. if you guys saw this week, my nails are shorter today than they were this week. Every now and then when I haven't been cooking, my nails will actually grow. Typically when I'm cooking, they don't grow. Because I'm chopping them off or cutting them or banging them or whatever. So I had one break this week, so I just got them all off. Okay, let's see how our broccoli is doing. It is coming together. It's still cooking. So like I said, this little handy dandy tool is the best gift my mother-in-law has ever given me. You just pop this out of a jar and then you can open it. It's awesome. Okay, so we're going to pour in the Alfredo sauce. Of course, you can add extra seasoning. Usually I try to get, if I'm doing a big one, I'll get 2 of these and then some sour cream. And I'll do like the cheesy one and then the garlic one. This is the creamy Alfredo sauce. And this is the only flavor they had. So that is what we are going with. So 1 jar. And then like I said, the sour cream. And throw this away. And that's just parchment paper I've used to line the pan with. Makes cleanup so much easier. You don't have to use that much sour cream. You can use less. You can use more. Like I said, just play with your cooking and, you know, figure out what works for you guys and what you guys like. If you make something and it's not a success, try using that to incorporate it into a different meal at another time. So if you make a sauce and it doesn't work, try to incorporate it into something else, like a chili or, you know, a soup or something like that. Alright, let me check on this broccoli. It is not going to be all the way done, but it has cooked some, so let me go ahead and drain that in the sink. Give me 1 second. For those of you that don't like broccoli, then you won't have to worry about this stuff at all, will you? Go ahead and drain that. Get all the water out. I did have more water than I usually do in there. Just trying to speed up the process a little bit. Alright. So we're just going to put our broccoli in. It's going to be hot. There we go. Perfect. So we're just going to mix it all up. Because everything is cooked in here already, the chicken's cooked, the spaghetti squash is cooked. Hang on 1 second. I get kind of messy when I'm cooking. Spaghetti squash is cooked, the broccoli's cooked, the chicken's cooked. Of course, the sauces are already cooked. We just want, when we put it in the oven, we're not cooking it. We're just letting everything blend together. We're letting those sauces really get into the veggies and into the chicken and really incorporate all the flavors together. This one actually looks much better than I thought it would. I was going to let it be a reveal at the end. I'll just let you guys know. The reason why I didn't use 2 jars of sauce on this, and the reason why I used a smaller spaghetti squash, is because I'm doing 2 of these. So when I get done making this, I can put this in the oven and pull another one out that I've already made. This one is much stringier with the spaghetti squash than the other one. This one you can kind of see the texture of the spaghetti squash in here. The other one, because it was overcooked, I'm guessing, or maybe because I scooped it out while it was still hot. I don't know, but it's more like rice than spaghetti. So it has a completely different it had a completely different look to it before I put it in the oven. So I am sure it's going to have a completely different look when I pull it out than what this will look like. I literally put the other one in the oven about 5 minutes before I started this video. So it has not been cooking long at all. It's on 350, and like I said, it's just in there kind of incorporating the flavors. One other little tip that I would share with you guys is when you're putting any kind of pans in the oven, these are not overloaded. Like I said, they're smaller because I'm doing 2 of them. But anytime you put pans in the oven, give me 1 second. It's always good to put it on top of a baking sheet, a cookie sheet. That way, if it is full, if anything boils over, it's not going to get all over your oven. Okay, this is ready to go into the oven. So, I don't know how long we've been on this video. 8 minutes? So, the other one may need a little bit longer in the oven, but I'll pull it out so you guys can see it. Usually, I'd say about 30, 45 minutes in the oven, but it's really just to get it all warm and mixed together because everything is cooked, like I said. Alright, let me get this one out. Yeah, this one looks more soupy. Also, I only have 1 casserole dish, so I had to cook that in a cake pan, and that could change the consistency a little bit. Okay. Everything's folded. Alrighty. Over here so you can see it. Usually, like I said, I would probably put this in there for 30 or 45 minutes to let it really cook together. This was only in there for about 15 or 20 minutes, and you would want to let it cool down before you actually scoop it out. There is nothing wrong with this. Like I said, everything's already cooked. The flavor is not may not be as well blended yet, but that's okay. And it may be a little bit more watery because the water hasn't cooked out of it yet. But I can put a little on a dish and kind of show you what it looks like. Like I said, this is the one that the pasta was really overcooked, so it looks more like rice than the other one, but it still looks really good. I don't know if you can see that. So it's you got the chicken, the broccoli, the spaghetti squash, Alfredo, sour cream. Easy. 5 ingredients, and it doesn't take much time, and it's very healthy. And since, if you like garlic bread or something like that on the side, heck, you can do it because there's no actual pasta in here. Alright, you ready for some? Mm-hmm. Okay. You want a bowl? You want a bowl?
Sure.
Okay. It's very hot. Here, why don't you, while I'm getting this, why don't you get a spoon and try that one and tell me if you like it.
Okay.
How hungry are you? Are you like full bowl hungry?
No.
That better? Blow on it, blow on it. It just came out of the oven. Hold over the plate, please. Hold over the plate. Hold over the plate, it's hot. Did you burn off all your taste buds? Okay. How is it?
Good.
Good? Here you go. Does it taste like chicken Alfredo?
Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like chicken Alfredo and broccoli?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you can't really taste the broccoli.
You can't taste the broccoli? Maybe you didn't get any. You want a big piece of broccoli? Here you go. No? Okay.
Like, it's like you can't taste it, like, once it's first in your mouth.
Alright. Hey, Chuck. Is he in here or did he leave? Okay. So this is it.
No, Chuck, he's in here.
Do you want to try this, Chuck? No? Okay. So that's it. This is our chicken Alfredo with broccoli using spaghetti squash instead of pasta. Very easy budget meal and a very healthy meal. This is great for busy moms, for college students, for people on the run, people who need something to eat for a few days. I'm cooking. I will be cooking dinner tonight as well, but this is also to give us some leftovers for the next couple of days. It is Christmas season, and we have a lot of stuff going on, and I don't have time to cook every meal every day. So, very thankful, and I hope this helps someone. If you have any different variations on Alfredo that you like, let us know. Let us know your tips and tricks. Thank you guys. Have a great day. God bless.